Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger have just taken another bold step and initiated a shared security experiment of their own. At a summit in Bamako, the three military-led states announced the creation of a joint military battalion of around 5,000 troops, aimed at fighting armed groups across the Sahel, one of the world's poorest and most unstable regions. The decision comes under the banner of the Alliance of Sahel States, or AES, a bloc formed in 2023 after all three countries experienced military coups and cut ties with traditional African and Western partners. So what exactly is this new bloc, and is it West Africa's version of NATO? Not quite, but it is still significant. The joint battalion will focus on counterterrorism and border security, with large-scale operations expected to begin soon. According to Burkina Faso's leader Ibrahim Traore, now head of the alliance. The three countries also launched AES Television, a state-backed channel aimed at countering what they describe as Western disinformation and shaping their own regional narrative. Politically, the message was blunt. Niger's leader, General Omar Chiani, declared that the bloc had ended the era of occupation forces, a clear reference to France, the US, and their allies. Over the past few years, all three states expelled French troops. Niger also forced out nearly 1,000 US soldiers and shut down America's largest drone base in Africa. In their place, the AES countries turned to Russia, welcoming Wagner mercenaries, now rebranded as the Kremlin-backed Africa Corps, alongside weapons from Turkey and China. Has this shift improved security? So far, the answers appears to be no. Despite Russian support, attacks by jihadist groups linked to Al-Qaeda and ISIL have intensified. Analysts say Russian forces have helped recapture some territory such as northern Mali's Kidal region, but have struggled against insurgents who operate across borders and blend into local populations. Human rights groups also accuse Russian mercenaries of severe abuses, which analysts argue has fueled further instability. The threat landscape is crowded and brutal. The most powerful actor is JNIM, an Al-Qaeda-linked coalition active across Mali, Burkina Faso, and western Niger. Alongside it is ISIL's Sahel affiliate, which has carried out devastating attacks on military bases and villages, especially in the tri-border region. In Mali's north, Tuareg separatists, now regrouped under the Azawad Liberation Front, are also fighting both Malian and Russian forces. Beyond violence, the bloc faces deep economic pressure. Jihadist blockades on major roads have choked trade, driven up prices, and worsened shortages of fuel and basic goods. Diplomatic isolation from ECOWAS and Western donors has added to the strain. So, is the AES a West African NATO? Not really. NATO is a formal collective defense alliance with integrated command structures, shared funding, and decades of institutional depth. The AES is far looser, a political security pact born out of shared isolation, coups, and resentment of Western pressure. But it does signal something important. The AES represents a post-Western security experiment. Three states betting that sovereignty, alternative partners, and regional cooperation can succeed where Western-backed missions failed. Whether the joint battalion actually delivers security remains uncertain. In the Sahel, this new bloc may help, but without political dialogue, economic relief, and local reconciliation, it is unlikely to be a silver bullet. With Farhan Khan, Bureau Report, India Today Global.